Oh, jeez. Oh, they're all over the place. Oh, we got one, Fish on, babe. I just checked, and look at that.
What is going on, you guys? Welcome to another episode. We're out in the woods today on a solo survival mission. I didn't bring any food or any water along. What we're gonna try and do is catch some fish, forage whatever we can find out here. There's tons of plants that we can eat. And I also didn't bring a fishing pole. We're gonna try and catch fish primitively. I brought some fishing line and hooks. We'll have to find our own bait, make a pole somehow. All right, let's get into this. There's a bunch of little flies flying around here everywhere. Look at that. Got one. I think those little guys, are those mayflies? Not 100% sure. Let me know in the comments what fly hatch that is. But first things we're gonna do is get a little bit of water. I'm really thirsty. This creek right here is crystal clear, beautiful, clean water. I still have a filter with me. Remember, when in doubt, always use a filter. So this right here is my water filter. All we do is just fill this bag with the cleanest water you can find. Screw that on, pop the cap off. I like to always squeeze out just a little bit first. Oh, wow. What we're doing, the first thing is gonna be to try and find some edible foods. We're looking for dead wood, something kind of like this right here. Just check all the sides to see if there's any mushrooms growing. Anything home? There are some other types of funguses growing on here. That right there is, not sure if that's witch's butter. It might be. If it is, it's edible, but it looks kind of old. There's some more right there. Man, look how beautiful it is out here. Now, something really important before we get started in this episode is I want to let you guys know, several of you have noticed in the comments that there's been someone faking to be me, saying that you guys win in a giveaway or to give away your crypto or hard-earned money. Guys, don't fall for the bots. Those are just bots all over YouTube trying to steal your guys' hard-earned money. Don't fall for them. That was very stealthy. We're quiet. I don't think anyone heard that. You didn't hear it. Where's he on my head? I can't tell. Oh man, I think there he is. Sorry, Mr. Spider. Didn't mean to run into your home. Ooh, big slug. Look at this guy. Look at that. Hey, mister. How's it going? Man, what the heck is this? Look at this. Ugh. I think that's a mushroom. If not, it's like the biggest deer booger I've ever seen. Wow. Look at these guys here. These are big adult tree conchs, I believe. Absolutely giant mushrooms. You can see they're very firm. I believe some of these guys might be edible. I'm not exactly sure if these ones here are, so we're gonna leave them be. But they're just really cool. Goodbye, buddies. What do we have here? This here is definitely a growth of oyster mushrooms. These guys are sadly a little bit old, but we might be nearing the end of the oyster mushroom season, at least in this area at this elevation. I just checked, and look at that. There's more growing on the other side of the log, and they actually look a little bit better. But I did check the entire area here. Maybe we'll still find some on the way to the small lake that we're going to now. Got our little mess kit here, and that's just what I'm gonna store those mushrooms in. Oh yeah, these don't look that bad at all. That's a good looking, that's a nice oyster, dude. That's a nice one. Oh yes. Huh. Oh yeah, there's definitely some flies underneath this one. That's a nice oyster right there. All right. So we found our first edible plant. These guys right here. It's called a stinging nettle. These guys usually grow around swampy, more moist areas. They sting badly when you get pricked by them, and the stingers are on the outside of the leaves, up on top. Now, if you've never been stung by a stinging nettle, then I want to spare you from that pain, and I'll demonstrate it for you. Here we go. Here we go. Let's get some good ones. There we go. All right, so I stung myself right down there in the arm. My skin is going to get a little red in that area. It's gonna swell up slightly. Some people react pretty badly to it, so kids don't do this at home. The lesser known fact about stinging nettle is that you can actually eat the plant. Some people say that they actually have some good health benefits for you, so we're gonna harvest part of them. We're just gonna take like the tips here, and whenever you guys are harvesting a stinging nettle, it's a wise idea to grab the leaves from underneath, and you can kind of fold them up like that. They're stinging me a little bit in the finger. That's okay. Once you cook these guys, they no longer sting. So we're heading to the lake, and the next thing that we're after right now is something that we can use as a fishing pole. I have fishing line and hooks, and that's it. So we need to make our own fishing pole. Something like this would really do the job. This is a maple tree, and whenever you guys are making your own fishing poles, it's best to use a wood, like a branch that still is green, so something that's not been dead for a long time, because those can just snap. If a nice fish bites, it'll just snap on you and you'll lose your fish. Ooh, 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 look at this guy. This potentially could be it. It's not a bad rod. This one? Ooh, this one's perfect right here. This is the one that we're gonna harvest. Right about here. So all we gotta do is just remove these smaller branches, clean up our fishing pole a little bit. And then way at the end, what we're gonna do is leave a fork here. So this right there, that's where we're gonna tie our line. That way it doesn't slip off. So this is perfect. What do you guys think? That should work. Sweet fishing pole. Nice and whippy. I'd say she's a medium heavy 7.5 foot pole. Perfect. This little guy right here, that's a dandelion. That is a superfood of nature. You can eat the entire plant. So what we're gonna do is harvest these beautiful flowers of a few dandelions. These young leaves here, they're absolutely delicious too in salads. Man, and look at that. We went from having no food with us to a healthy portion of mushrooms and veggies. Really happy about that. Now it's time to get down to the lake to hopefully catch some fish. It's a little hike till there. It's getting a little later, so we gotta get going. Man, there's a lot of bugs right here too. All right, let's go. so the lake is right behind me. Now, a little update on the nettle sting. My arm, like there are little welts where I did get stung. It's kind of these white little raised spots surrounded by red. Burns a little bit, it itches. One thing with nettles that I've found is resist the urge to itch it. If you don't itch it, it goes away a lot quicker. So I'll update you guys on my nettle sting in a little bit. There it is. We're gonna try and be really, really quiet now here around the shoreline. Let's go back up in the woods and see if we can find some worms. I'm gonna leave our pole right here. Maybe we could check under some of these logs. Ooh, is that a worm? Oh. Oh no. Oh my goodness. Look at this little guy. We're gonna put him right back. But he's an itty bitty little salamander. Check that guy out. Absolutely beautiful. He's got like a yellow back, black on the sides. We're just gonna return that little guy right where he came from. There you go, buddy. Sometimes we can even find stuff under bark of, oh. There we go. That's a nice juicy night crawler right there. Some kind of a worm. Just got a little jar that we can throw those guys into. All right, a couple of worms. Not great, but not bad either. All right, here's the only fishing gear that I brought along. Just some, ooh, it's 10-pound mono, not perfect. I would have liked more like 6 or 8 pound. And then we just have some itty bitty little hooks in here. All I'm gonna do is tie on the hook on one end and tie the other end of the fishing line to the stick. Or all our tag ends. Let's just make sure that we leave nothing behind. Put that right back in your little bag. Then we're just gonna go around here. We'll see if an improved clinch knot holds or slips. It's sometimes hard to tie them around larger diameter things. Oh, whoa. Man, this is old fishing line. It just popped. Okay, that's not good. It just broke again. Oh my goodness, it's breaking as well. So we have bad fishing line. Okay, we're gonna have to be very, very careful. We're not gonna be able to force any fish. Okay, this one here seems to be kind of holding. Just got a loop on one end, hook on the other end. We're gonna come around here, throw the hook through the loop and tighten it down right on the stick here. We're just gonna thread this little guy all the way up the hook, making sure to hide that hook shank as well as we can. And then that's what we're left with. Also, my arm, you can see the nettle sting slowly going away. It's already a lot better. It's been maybe an hour and a half since I was stung, so not that bad. Now we still need a bobber, and these little mushrooms here might make a perfect bobber for us. Just gonna cut them down the center here. Ooh, tough little mushroom, geez. Wow. And we should be able to attach our line onto that mushroom here. Yeah, kind of like that. All right, mushroom bobber, here we go. We're just gonna make a little cast right out there. Okay, the bobber is definitely working. If you can see it, it's right over there. Ooh, there we go. We're like 9 or 10 feet out there right now. All right, nothing yet. We're just gonna kind of keep on going, and we're gonna work this shoreline here. Look at this. Just found a legit bobber. It's huge though. I'd probably rather use my mushroom bobber, but if for some reason the mushroom bobber doesn't work, we could use that. I guess that's fair. We found it, so that's not against the rules. Right here, right here. Okay. Man,
Man, no fish activity at all. I was expecting to see a little bit of action, but let's just keep on moving along the beach. Oh, I see a fish. I see a fish. It looks like there's a bass swimming around right there. Come on, buddy. There was it looked like a largemouth bass about that size. And he just swam around right there. Kind of checked out the worm. Let's give that one more try. Oh, there he is. I see him again. I see him. He's hiding underneath. He's in the shadow of that tree right there. These fish are just so spooky right now. They're very, very careful. Found an old can out here. That's retro, man. Wow. Doesn't belong here. We'll pack that baby out. Okay, we're out in a kayak now. The fish in that lake completely kicked my butt, but we're not giving up. We still gotta catch something. I've got the pole with us here. We got our little hook. There is currently a bird right there. Check that little guy out. Hey, buddy. He's just kind of hovering around me here, chirping at me. There's a beautiful little lake that we're going to, whew. But I'm seeing a lot of what looks like trout surfacing out there in front of us. There could be other fish here too. Ooh, there's a dragonfly. Hello there, Mr. Dragonfly. Oh, he's so pretty. Hey, buddy, he would make good bait. Come on, baby. Oh, jeez. Come on. Oh, the dragonfly knows something's up. He knows something's up. Oh, I got him. I got the dragonfly. Yes. Let's go. That's going to be killer bait. Thank you, Mr. Dragonfly, for staying there and being so patient. All right, now the nice thing is that we do have one extra food source right here. The good old cattail. We're not gonna eat this fluffy bunch right here. Instead, what we're gonna eat, we're gonna go for the deep down stems of this plant. Oh, and pull that baby up. Look at that. That meaty bottom right there of the cattail stem will be absolutely delicious. We'll throw that in the back of the kayak and we can eat that later. I'm really, really excited to fish that dragonfly. We'll try a worm first. Let's go ahead and just get, I'm already seeing fish surface. Oh my God, they're right next to me. They're right next to me. Come on, baby. Ooh, I just saw one surface right next to us. Oh, they're all over the place. Here we go. We got the worm, no bobber or anything, just on the line. We're gonna try and cast it out as far as we can. That wasn't very far. Let's just see if something picks it up. Come on, baby. Oh, one just surfaced right there. We're in a good spot. Oh, they're surfacing all around us right now. There's one actively feeding right over there. This is really challenging, but really fun just fishing with the stick. Okay, the worm is sinking a little bit too fast. So what we're gonna do is I went back in and I got us one of these cattails. That's actually the one that we broke off a second ago. And we're gonna use like a little fluffy section of this as a bobber. Here, what we can probably do is cut the stem of that cattail down the middle a little bit. There we go. It's so hard to cast with this cattail bobber. There we go. There it is. Let's keep our eyes on that bobber now. All right, so what we're doing here is retying our pole with my leftover line to make a longer line. That really, I think, is what's holding us back, is not being able to cast out a little further away from the kayak. Oh my goodness. There's definitely a nice trout. Come on, baby. There. Oh, cast right onto him. Right onto him. Come on, baby. Come on, come on. You know you want that. Maybe that's the trick, is not using that bobber. Maybe the bobber is too intrusive. Oh, we got one. We got one. Fish on, baby. Oh. Oh, he's a fighter. Oh my goodness. My goodness. Okay, okay. That was the trick. We just had to get a little further away from the boat. And no bobber this time. No bobber. Oh! Oh, he came off. He came off. Dang it. Oh my goodness. But that was it. That was it. All right, we got the trick now. We got the trick. Free soloing a worm. There we go. Juicy worm on there. All right, here we go. We're gonna do a circular cast, a catapulting cast. Oh, there. That was not where I want to go at all. At all. So let's bring the worm to the surface. There we go. That's pretty far out right there. I think that's a good spot. That's a good spot. Oh, there we go, there we go. One took it, I saw it, one dragged the line. Oh, we're on. And there we go, fish on, baby. There we go. There we go. All right, come on. Come on, buddy. Yes, fish in the boat. Oh man, he's a little beauty too. He just couldn't resist that worm. Absolutely awesome. We figured it out. So with the homemade pole, we just needed some more line. Come here, come here, come here, come here, come here, come here. Oh yeah, he swallowed it really good. Beautiful. There we go. Just put this guy to sleep right away. That way he doesn't suffer any more than he has to. Beautiful. You know what we should do? Let's fish the dragonfly. All right, there's the dragonfly. I don't know, that's probably why we caught him. He's not doing too good, so he's not very lively. That might be a problem. There we go. Here we go, buddy. There, he's just kind of in the water right there in front of us. Oh. Oh, man, we lost the dragonfly already. All right. I think the bite is just hot right now. All right. Maybe we'll try right here. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. One just hit it hard. One hit it really hard. Came off already again. He might still be on there. I'm not sure. Oh, yep, we got one on. We let him munch it, munch it, munch it, munch it, and there we go, fish on, baby. Oh, what is that? Oh, it's a perch. It's a perch. Nice. Oh, perfect, man. Perfect. We got a multi-species catch and cook going on now. A little yellow perch. Look at this guy. This is what I was trying to catch at the other lake there, guys. Look how beautiful these little guys are. Wow, beautiful colors. The red fins. They've got a big old dorsal fin up there. Whew, he couldn't resist that worm. These guys usually live in the shallows where there's weeds and stuff like that. So lucky catch, very lucky catch. Yellow perch, let's go. There we go. Perfect. Make a nice little morsel here for later. Let's see if we can catch one more trout. One surface just right there. Oh, we got a bite, we got a bite, we got a bite. Come on, let him munch it, let him munch it. Is he still there? Oh, we lost him, we lost him. That was probably a little perch. That's a bite, that's a bite. And there we go, fish on, baby. Nice. Oh, nice, we got another perch. Oh, that is so sweet, dude. Ooh, a little bigger than the last one. Beautiful color. Oh, he absolutely swallowed it. All right, buddy, we're gonna keep you two. A couple of perch and a trout. Not bad on the stick pole. All right. Oh yeah, he swallowed it.
We are back in the forest now with our loot. We got the rest of our food, the nettles, the mushrooms and everything in the backpack. Just gonna find a little place where we can cook these guys up. Sun is kind of setting back there through the trees. Just beautiful. Check this guy out right here. Witch's butter. We can eat that too. It's a type of fungus. Throw that in the mix. I think we found the spot too. Look at that. That's awesome. It's ridiculous just how many mosquitoes are out right now. I was gonna cook everything over a propane fire, but we might just actually make a fire just to get some smoke going and get the skeeters away from here. Let's go. We got a fire going. Beautiful. As an appetizer, let's cook this witch's butter. I'm just gonna roast that over the fire real quick. Could eat it raw, but why not give it just a little bit of a sizzle? It's all grilled on there now, so bon appetit. Grill up good, flavorless. As expected. The catch of the day. A trout and a couple perch. Absolutely beautiful. I tell you what, we're not even gonna gut them, we're just gonna fillet these fish. There we go. We got our trout fillet all in one piece. Now our perch here, start right back by the butthole. We're just gonna rip the gills and guts and everything right out. That's a clean perch. I'm gonna take the second perch home. I actually caught more than really I needed here for this meal, so we're eating good today. I'm gonna take that one home and share that one with the dogs so that they can try it a little bit too. There we go, we got our perch on a skewer. Let me just take that and stick it in the ground. So here's our dandelion leaves, the flowers, and our stinging nettles, all in this pot right here. The only thing that we're gonna do is add our cattails. For that, what I'm just gonna do is peel a little bit of the outer layer off. Don't want none of that swampy water cattail in there. But then right down here, this nice juicy foot right there, that's what we're after. Just gonna shave a little bit of that in there. We're gonna add just a tiny little bit of oil. We do have some Danish sea salt with us, so we're just gonna add in a sprinkle of that. Remember, always brown your vegetables. You can just kind of throw this right on the fire over here. We just need that water in there so that that can steam like a spinach. Let's see what our perch is doing. Ooh, yeah. Looking good. Then what we'll do in the pan here is just clean up our mushrooms a little bit. Just a tad bit of dirt on them still. There's a little bit of worms in this one here. Let's see if we can find one. Oh yeah, look at that, look at that. Oh, little
I don't know if you can see him. He's like a little maggot. A little bit of oil. This time we're not gonna be too shy. We're definitely gonna get some oil in there so we don't get any sticking. There's not a whole lot of room in here for the trout. We're just gonna dump that all on there like this. Any room left?
Almost forgot, we gotta get some more Danish sea salt on there.
Okay, here we go, just a little bit. Oh,
Sweet goodness.
a wild spinach.
Really rich in flavor. The nettles no longer sting at all because we've boiled them down, and that destroys that toxin in those nettles. Very intense tasting. I can taste the cattails for sure. They add like a weird, they add like almost an earthy flavor or something like that. Ooh, man, the dandelion has a little bit of bitterness. The nettles almost taste like the sweetest. They really taste kind of like spinach. Let's try that perch while the rest of the fish just kind of finishes up. Oh, look at that skin just come right off underneath. Beautiful, flaky white meat. This is gonna be good. Perch is one of my absolute favorite fish to eat. It's just such beautiful, flaky white meat. Great for making like fish and chips or something like that. Dude. Bon appetit. Let's take a look at this. Oh, the trout and the mushrooms. Dude, that looks amazing. Look at this delicious meal. We have our fish, we have our mushrooms, and then we have our wild veggie spinach right there. Already ate the perch. That was very delicious, but let's try one of these delicious oyster mushrooms. Oh, wow. Oh, full of flavor. I don't know if it's the bugs or the Danish sea salt. Here's our trout. With those mushrooms, that flavor combination just never, ever gets old. Just one bite with everything on here. I don't know if I've ever tasted that flavor combination, but wow. It tastes like I'm at a buffet and just loaded up a bunch of delicious things onto my plate and just am eating them all together. But I really can't describe what it tastes like. You're gonna have to go out and try and catch some of yourself and do a little catch and cook. So what we're probably gonna do in the next few videos is I need to get you guys another property update as well as some fishing out there. Then my dad is also gonna be in town here from Germany for the first time. It's the first time I'm gonna see my dad in over 3 years since before COVID. We were gonna go to Costa Rica marlin fishing and stuff. That didn't happen. So I'm really excited he's gonna be here. We're gonna do some fishing. We're gonna road trip throughout Montana, Wyoming. We're gonna see Yellowstone, the Grand Tetons. So let me know in the comments if you guys want to see some fishing videos, some catch and cooks out in the Yellowstone. That would be really cool. I haven't fished in Yellowstone since being a tiny little kid. Dude, it is getting so dark, but we're gonna take the last bite here together. Cheers. This is to all of you guys for sticking around till the very end and until the darkness. But thanks for just everything, being a part of this, being a part of the NWFS family. So cheers. Oh, that was a messy bite. All right, you guys, that's all I got for you on this episode. So remember to like, comment, subscribe, and we will see all of you guys very soon for the next fishing adventure. And until then, you guys all know it. Fish on, baby.
Ooh.